I love the peace that I have here in Ghana. That's something I treasure over anything. It's just a different peace here.
Hello, and welcome to part two of this interview session with Carol. She's going to mostly talk about how living in Ghana has been for her after moving from the United States. I hope you pick a thing or two, especially if you're planning to move, whether it's based on marriage or not. If you plan to move from the United States to any country in Africa, this should be very helpful for you. Remember to hit the like button, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Just enjoy the video. Thank you. We've heard of your journey through
Yes.
immigration and the hectic,
Yes.
that you had to go through, and finally you moved to Ghana, right?
Yes.
So before I even get to your life in Ghana, tell me about how you feel about your marriage. Do you feel like you did the right thing, packing up, living the life the things you grew up with, the things you're so used to, and then moving your entire life to a different country?
Yeah.
And do you think it's worth it?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's no doubt about it. Now, to clarify things, I won't be here forever. This is just temporarily because I'm actually in the process, Nana, of starting my international teaching career. So this is just a little sort of a brief break for a little moment. But there is no doubt. Oh, Nana, hands down, even despite the craziness that has gone on with immigration, I would definitely do it all over again. Because, see, me and my husband had lived apart, Nana, for 4 years. So we did long distance from 2019, to 2023. I would only get a chance to see my husband once every year, And so I knew. And plus, I was just ready. Both of us were ready. But I know, speaking for me personally, I was ready to officially start my married life. How long was I going to just keep sitting in the United States waiting for the United States government to give me permission to be with the person that I love? No, time is precious. Days are precious. And I wasn't going to keep doing that. No, no, no. I said, no, no. So that part, definitely, without a doubt, I would do that part again. No doubt, no doubt. Because I think there was a show here, Nana, and you correct me if I'm wrong. I never saw the show, but I remember someone telling me the title. Love Goes Where Love Is. Yeah. It was a show or a movie, a Ghanaian movie, Love Goes Where Love Is, or something.
I've heard something like that. I'm not sure, but I've heard something.
Yeah, love goes where love is. And I got tired of, even in the Bible says, where your heart is, your treasure is also. And why should I kept sitting in the United States now? Now, life is happening now. And both me and my husband, we're both middle-aged people, don't forget. Now, although we're not old in a rocking chair, but we're not 25 anymore either. Our best days are ahead of us, yes, but we want to be together during those best days. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I said, listen, whatever it takes at this point, whatever it takes. Yeah.
So now to the juicy parts. How life been in Ghana? What do you think of Ghana?
Ghana is amazing, Nana. Here's the thing. I had been coming back and forth, like I said, since 2019. So Ghana had already been felt like a second home to me, although I had never spent this amount of time in Ghana. But I love the peace that I have here in Ghana. That's something I treasure over anything. It's just a different peace here. Yeah, there's some inconveniences for me. Come on now. We're just going to put the bread on the table and the water in the glass with that one. I'm not used to chickens crowing cuckoo. That's a situation. Geckos, lizards, stuff like that. The water trucks having to come and fill up the water and that's an ECG. Good old ECG. The electrical company of Ghana.
Yeah,
And see,
the,
I'm an online teacher, so it can really affect your
yeah,
teaching. Yeah, yeah. And one thing I am thankful about though, Nana, I still get most of my American food here. I still get my pasta here, my salads here. My husband takes me to ANC Mall, to Max Mart, and Accra Mall, and Marina Mall, and all of that. So I'm cool with that. I still get my stuff. But I do miss my Popeyes chicken and biscuits. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm a girl from Philly. I miss my Popeyes, my red beans and rice. And yeah. So anything I would have to do, I have to recreate it on my own.
yeah,
And I miss Chick-fil-A. Closest I got is Starbites, the chicken burger, but they're good. But yeah, Ghana actually is really, really, really progressing in such a beautiful way. To see all these beautiful stores and things opening up all the time is beautiful. And we're only about, what, 35 minutes from downtown,
mm.
about 45 minutes from the airport. That's not bad at all, you know?
So
Mm.
what did you know about Ghana or Africa before you met your husband and before you made the decision to come to move to?
Wow. Um, I didn't really know a whole lot about Africa. I knew of some things, like in terms of a lot of the great music that I've loved has come from Africa. I used to sing quite a bit. And I've always been involved a little bit with the arts, a little bit. So I've always had this wonderful appreciation, particularly for South Africa.
Mm.
I know we're in West Africa, but for South Africa, Miriam Makeba, the Soweto Gospel Choir and stuff like that. So I knew that there was so much music, the Lady Blacksmith Mambazo and all of that. So there was so much music that I was used to listening to anyway. But Ghana, I really hadn't known that much about Ghana, I don't think. So when I came here, I was just pleasantly surprised, the sweetness, the kindness of the people. That's the thing that really draws me. Ghana has really become like my second home, no joke. It really has. We go to the local stores and they say, "Hey, mommy, it's been a while." I say, "Yeah." I said, "I've been teaching. How are you? How's the baby?" It's just so sweet. The
Yeah.
security guard at Starbucks, "Hey, mommy." Hey, I said, "Hey, I got my own family. I got my, and I'm surrounded by Afrobeat, and getting to know the wonderful artists here, and some in Nigeria, but, Kwame Eugene and Kelvin Boy and all of this stuff I've used to dance to.
Oh,
I love it because I
you said you
dance.
loved one song by Tiwa Savage. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. What's that one from Tia? Oh my goodness. Oh, girl, help me out. What's that one she did?
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah, Robo Skeske. Nobody messing with my boo. One Skeske. Somebody tell me who you. Her, Tim's. I love, of course. I've been loving Tim's for a long time. But Tim's, and all of the, like I say, Nigerian artists. Burna Boy, all of that stuff. But the Ghanaian music community, I'm really impressed by that. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm really impressed with as a Christian, the beautiful between Ghana and Nigeria. I say this sincerely, some of the most beautiful worship songs,
Yeah.
Nana. Oh my word, when you listen to the lyrics, like Mercy, her name is Mercy, the lady from Nigeria.
Yes,
Mercy, I forget.
yeah.
Yes, Mercy. Um, but they have some wonderful. Who's the guy? Joe Little, I
Joe
think it
Metal.
is. Joe.
No,
Joe. Yeah,
Joe Metal.
Metal.
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful. The worship here is amazing. I love it. I love it. So the music has just been amazing too. But yeah, the sun is so bright here in Ghana, and now it is different. I'm a snow girl. I'm from the East Coast. I'm used to snow and stuff like that. But it's just amazing. I had to get used to the mosques.
Oh, yeah.
They wake me up at 4:30 in the morning with the prayers and stuff like that. But still, this even although I'm not Muslim at all, but we're surrounded by a beautiful Muslim community. Everybody here, Nana, is so beautiful and so sweet. Really, like I say, even despite the disturbances with the chickens and all of that stuff, I had to get used to. Still a little troubling sometimes when they bring a cow here and yeah. I said, oh gosh. I said, let me close my window. I don't want to see that, but because I'm not used to that. But yeah, but everything else has just been going well. Most importantly, I'm with the man that I love. I'm with my friend, my boo boo, and that's the most important thing.
I hear a lot of, even in the comment section, I had one video about a woman saying Africans don't like Black Americans, they just want them for their money. Like,
No.
a lot of information going on social media.
Mm-mm.
You have had the experience firsthand. So what would
Mm-hmm.
you say is how did the Ghanaians, let's not say your husband's family because they are family, like
Right.
the people around, like just walking into a store,
Uh,
walking around, like how would you say the feeling is like? Would you say there's hostility when they find out you're American, or like what do you think? Like how?
no, 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 no. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so glad you asked that. This is something that I think could be a problem with maybe some of them are experiencing. Let me tell you something. People, there's a saying that says your energy introduces you. Energy has a lot to do with it. And if you come to any place, whether it's Ghana, Nigeria, Hawaii, in the United States, anywhere, any city, if you come in there thinking that you're better than somebody else, you're going to get the energy what are you putting out? And I haven't had that problem because my husband tells me, he said, baby, say everybody loves you because I'm open. The way I am here is the way I would be in Philadelphia. It's the same way. And I have never had any problem whatsoever. Everybody that I've ever met. You know why? Because I believe in treating people with respect. I greet everybody. Good morning. Hello. Always say many great things start with a smile, Nana. And that's the truth. Even if I never forget this really quickly. My godson, who is from Ghana, and he's studying now in the United States, I had the opportunity to meet his family in Kumasi a couple of years ago. And his mother, neither his mother or his father, they don't speak English. But when I stepped out of that car and I spoke his mom's name, I said, Georgina. She turned around, she said, my sister, Carol. Guess what? We hugged each other, tears were coming down because the heart truly knows one language, and that language is love. See, this is what people don't understand. What are you putting out? I don't know where all these people are getting these things from. Oh, coming in here thinking that they're this and that. No, I don't have that problem. I don't have that problem, no. Because I don't care if I was here. Okay, yeah, I got some inconveniences here with the chickens and stuff like that. But the same way I am here in the Chalet Boatway would be the same way if I was in Cantonment or Airport City. Same way. When I go to Morocco tonight to get my dinner, to get my jollof rice, the security guard's going to say, hey, mommy. I said, hey.
So
Yeah.
now that you mentioned East Legon, like all that, what would you say to someone, an African American in the United States, who is looking to move to any African country and saying, it's too expensive in the United States. I'm tired. I'm moving to Africa. I'm going to live like a queen in Africa. I'm off. What do you say to them?
My advice would be, hey, listen, come, as they say, Aquaba, come. But here's the thing. If you are a person who really is considering coming to Ghana, I would say definitely, and anywhere, visit first. Visit first, get the feel of it, walk the streets, ride the roads, get to have real conversations with the people. And then if you feel that this or another place like this would be something for you, then hey, do it. But keep in mind, it's not the US. Yes, there are a lot of similarities, but there are still a lot of cultural differences too.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. And it's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone. Everyone is not cut out to live a life like this for a little while. No, 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 no. But if you feel you are, make sure that you have some sort of an income coming in, or you have some. Make sure you have some money saved up, income coming in. Come with a plan.
Yeah.
Come with some sort of plan. Something in mind. And if you are a person that has to have a whole lot of stuff, see, I'm a minimalist. I don't need a whole lot. That's just how I am. I never needed a whole lot in the United States, so I know I was going to need a whole lot when I came here. Um, but if you're one of those fancy, prissy queens, then okay, go down to Airport City or Cantonment. Okay, fine. Go if you want to pay $1,600 a month. Go ahead. If you got it like that, fine. But we didn't, and me and my husband just wanted to be together. And so we got us a good, decent house, that's about 35 minutes outside from the city or whatever. And we're chilling. We love it. The nights are so quiet and so peaceful here. I love it. But I would say, again, have yourself some sort of a plan. Make sure that if you are going to have a car, make sure you get yourself a dependable vehicle. Or even do Uber. They have Ubers and stuff like that. You can Yangos and stuff like that. But if you are someone who really needs a lot, then I wouldn't say a residential area. You would be better off down with the other tourists and things like that. Me, it doesn't matter where I am. So I'm a minimalist. So I actually just turned out, like I said, even with all the inconveniences, I still wouldn't change it. It still has changed my life. It's changed my life tremendously and for the better.
Yeah, you mentioned when you were talking, you mentioned similarities and cultural differences. So what would you say was a culture shock, or what were some culture shocks you experienced when you moved to Ghana?
Okay. Well, one of them in my own family here, to take my own husband and family, when they have to talk about something, they have family meetings. Where I come from, the U.S., we don't have no family meetings about nothing. We're either going to do what we're going to do, and that's it. But I love it, though. It's beautiful to see. We're getting ready now for my husband's father's 10th anniversary. That's something that I've never had experienced and all of that stuff before. That's something different. Cultural things, too. Also, I would say a lot of the things that you can get here, there are going to be some differences. Like I would say, like some of the products are different. They do have a lot of similarities, but some of the products you may have to go a little bit further for, But there's some great things too. Like, say, for example, when I go to Melcom, which is like a Walmart, I get more. I walk out the door with what I would normally spend about maybe $80 with or $100 with in Walmart. I walk out the door with $40 of it. At Melcom, I'm like, well, all right, I'm loving this. The roads, the culture shock here, the roads, I've never had to experience the bumpy roads like they have here. Some of the roads are not good. To be honest, some of them aren't, depending on the area. Downtown, yeah, you're fine. But some of the roads, they do need a lot of work and stuff like that. But then again, I'm in a residential area, stuff like that, and again, having to have your water delivered and the stove. Here they have to fill the gas, and I'm not used to that stuff.
When I moved here, like I was trying to, I use, like most of the time I use electric, but when we were looking for houses, I saw gas bills, and I was thinking, where's the gas coming from? Because I'm not seeing this, and I'm like, how does
that's something, yeah, quite a bit. It's just different. And you are going to get a lot of stares sometimes for people who don't know you because they're looking, even if I'm not saying anything, if I'm just riding in the car with my husband, you'll get people looking like this saying like, hey, a Bruni. Like
Yeah.
you can see what I'm saying. Like she, she. But I think on the flip side, I've seen in a short time that I've been here, Nana, a lot of things are happening. You're having like condos be apartments.
Mhm.
Ghana is on the rise. Accra is on the rise. Apartments are being built out here. School, we have a wonderful school out here that I love. The little kids, Nana, in the morning, they're singing the little Rihanna song, "Shine bright like a diamond, shine beautiful like a diamond in the sky." Oh my gosh, those kids. And it's almost Christmas time, so they're getting ready now for their Christmas plays and pageants and stuff. And my 7-year-old niece, my husband's sister's daughter, Ursula, I love her to death. And, her little friends. And I'm always bringing candy to them. And, we do the little dances. I said, go, Ursula, go, Ursula, go, Ursula, go, go, go. I'm right in there with them, watching my movies when I get a chance, and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's cool. Like I said, this Ghana has turned out to be exactly what I needed. Some inconveniences and all, but it still it was made for me. Like I said, it may not be made for everybody, but it's really fit my life. It really has. Mango trees. I've never been around mango trees and all of these. What do you call it? My husband said palm nut trees and
Oh yeah.
all of these beautiful trees that they have here. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So I'm having a wonderful time. I really am, from the bottom of my soul. I really am.
So one last question.
Sure.
So what would you say to anyone who is in the same situation you were in 6 or so years ago, like when you got married and started the process, and then like you're going through hard times like you went through? What would you say to them now? Like,
I would say keep the communication. If they are in the United States and their spouse is here in Ghana or another country, communication is key. Keeping that level of communication going on. And also, I want to tell the people this too. When your spouse, by God's grace, is released to come into the country and you finally are with the person that you love, everybody's not going to have a situation where I came and I was with my person before, they got there, which I think is great. But there are some people who, they're waiting for their spouses to come. And I've heard some instances, Nana, sad to say, where some people, they get together and then it's a shock more so for the American, not only for the spouse that's going to the United States, but I want to remind the spouses in the United States, please be kind to your spouse coming into that country. This person is leaving their country too, leaving their family, leaving their side of the road, leaving things that they have been used to all of their life. So it's a culture shock to them too, So I just want everybody to be more understanding of one another. And remember what drew you together in the first place. Never lose sight of that. And that's for any marriage, whether it's a long distance marriage or whether I don't care if you met each other at Chick-fil-A in the United States, it doesn't matter. Remember what brought you together in the first place. And honor each other. Do everything that you can to honor each other. One time, a minister had mentioned really quickly, he said, people, it should never be where your partner doesn't get the best of you, like in terms of get the best of who you are. Why would you go to your job and say, good morning, sir, good morning, ma'am, can I get your coffee and all of that? But when you come home, you can't stand the sight of your person. Why are you late? And blah, 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 blah. You're not honoring your spouse. And God is watching. That's what I want to say. Remember, why did you get together in the first place? Remember that, and hold on to who both of you are. I remember me and my husband had said a while ago, we hold on to God and hold on to each other, we're going to make it. And that's what it is. Holding on to God, holding on to each other, having faith in your life. We pray on the phone when we were in the United States, and we still, we honor God now. So that's what I would say. Remember who your partner is. Remember who each other's who each other would be, and remember why you got together in the first place. That's what I would say too. At the end of the day, yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Carol. Thank you for doing this.
You are welcome. I hope that it's going to help somebody,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I hope
As
so.
a message goes out and it helps people, like as many people as
Yeah.
like, I hope it gets a big reach because
I hope so too. And listen, if it's anybody out there, my door is open. If it's anybody, you, Nana, anybody, if anybody needed anything, because I've been in this for a little bit now, please feel free to knock on my door. You know, I have no problem.
Thank you for staying to the end of part 2 of the interview. I hope you liked it. I hope you watched both part 1 and part 2. And I hope you picked up a thing or two from her story. It's very inspiring. I don't think it's easy to just move your life from one country and go to another country, and it's just I think it's a great story. We have a lot. I learned a lot from there, so I hope you did too. If you did, please remember to like the video, share to someone who might find this information useful, and of course subscribe to my channel as usual. Thank you for staying to the end of part 2, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.